Let me show you guys how to make the perfect soft-boiled egg. You're gonna bring some water up to a boil. You're gonna drop your eggs, set your timer for 6 minutes, not a second more, not a second less. Meanwhile, you should already have a bowl with ice cold water. As soon as that timer hits 6 minutes, you're gonna put your eggs into the ice cold water so they can stop cooking. Now, you're just gonna carefully peel your eggs because they are soft and you don't want that yolk to bust in your face. And there you have it, guys. Now, if you follow the directions exactly how I told you, you will have perfectly soft-boiled eggs every single time. I like making these type of eggs whenever I'm eating ramens or any type of stir fries, or whenever I'm being lazy and pack my husband's lunch and I want to make it look fancy, then I just make a couple of these eggs. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! There's always two types of people. The one that dips their fries, that's me. And then there's the one that puts the ketchup all over their fries. Why you gotta be so messy with your fries? Which one are you guys? Let me show you guys how I tricked my husband. Believe it or not, there's times where I don't cook or I don't have any leftovers to pack him lunch. So I trick him and I make him think that I actually worked really hard making his lunch, just so he can appreciate it a little bit more. So I'm gonna cut up some veggies. I had a zucchini that was about to go bad, some onion and garlic. I season it up and saute them for a little bit. Meanwhile, in the air fryer, I had some popcorn chicken. I just throw them with the veggies, add a little bit of compound sauce or any sauce. You can use teriyaki sauce or orange chicken sauce. And if worse comes to worse, just throw some barbecue sauce. Do you remember earlier when I showed you guys the pre-cooked rice that I buy? Well, I buy it for these occasions. You know, when I'm trying to finesse the system. I had 2 of these packs. One of them had flavor and the other one was just a steamed rice. And honestly, I just needed a steamed rice. The other one can be saved for another occasion. I popped it in the microwave for a minute to let it get pre-cooked, and then I add the chicken. And if I really want to make his lunch look fancy, I just add some hard-boiled eggs and sprinkle a little bit of sesame seeds. I really do make him think like I tried really hard making his lunch when he only took me like 6 minutes. But that's it, guys. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! Let me show you guys a quick breakfast burger idea. I freshly baked some brioche buns because I'm selling burgers later, but my hubby's here, so I'm gonna hook him up first. I'm gonna shred a potato because I wanted to make him a hash brown patty, kinda, using my waffle maker. I just spray a little bit of nonstick, add my potatoes, and season it up using Flavor God's chicken and waffle seasoning. Then I close it up and make sure it got nice and crispy. Meanwhile, I was rendering some bacon, and using the same bacon fat, I'm gonna add a couple of eggs, some cheese, and an egg yolk. Then I close it up, making a little pocket for the egg yolk. I'ma butter up my buns, make sure they're nice and crispy, spread some mayo all over my buns. Then I add my crispy hash brown or cheese bomb, a couple slices of bacon, and then I top it off with my top bun. And there you have it, guys. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! Let me show you guys how I made my freshly baked brioche buns. To my pot, I'm gonna add half a cup of milk, 4 tablespoons of water, and 4 tablespoons of bread flour. There's a name to what we're making right now. I just don't know how to pronounce it. We're gonna whisk it up until it comes together and it looks like some type of a dough. It's gonna look like this. Now we're gonna activate the yeast. I'm gonna add 2 tablespoons of yeast to 1 cup of warm milk. Then I whisk it up and put it to the side. Meanwhile, in my mixing bowl, I'm gonna add 5 cups of bread flour. Make sure that you're using bread flour and not regular flour. You're also gonna need 2 tablespoons of salt and 3 tablespoons of sugar. Then I give it a quick mix and set up my stand mixer. I'm gonna add the kneading hook or the bread mixer tool, whatever you want to call it. And then I'm going to turn the speed to number 2. I need to apologize in advance. My angles are terrible, but bear with me. We're going to add our milk and our yeast. We're also going to add 2 whole eggs and 2 egg yolks. Then you're going to add that little thing we made at the beginning of the video. Someone please help me how to pronounce this. And 6 tablespoons of softened butter, but add them one at a time. Then I let my machine run for about 8 minutes, scraping the dough off the bowl here and there. Once my dough is ready, I'm going to split it in half just so I can work with it separately because I had made a big batch. And then I start forming my dough ball. I'm gonna roll it up, make sure it's nice and tight. Then I put it into a grease bowl, cover it up, and let this rise for about 2 hours until it doubles up in size. After it doubled up in size, I just punch the dough and then start forming my balls. This recipe batch made 12 buns. So if you want to make less, just cut the recipe in half. What I do is I start pulling the dough to the middle until it starts forming into a tight ball. Then I roll it up, make a perfectly round circle, and you can feel when the ball is getting tight. And I place them on a pan lined with parchment paper and cooking spray. And then I let my balls double up in size for 2 hours. Then I brush them with an egg wash, put it in the oven at 375 for 16 minutes, and they're ready. And
Milk with ice is the best combo. Louisiana crunch cake. By the
Let me show you guys how to make a quick one-pot meal. Now, this is a meal that we would always make when we were broke in the house. It's also a recipe that my suegra taught me. So we're gonna season up some chicken legs and we're just gonna sear them in a whole lot of oil. And note to self, remind me to throw away these damn pinzas because they don't work for shit. They don't grab anything. Like, I'm burning myself here, man. Anyways, while that chicken is browning, in my molcajete, I'm going to add salt, cumin, whole peppercorn, and garlic. And then I'm going to make it into a paste, but you can also just put this in your blender. I do it this way because my suegra does it this way. Once I turn this into a paste, I just add a little bit of water just to make sure I get everything off the molcajete. Once we have a nice sear on our chicken, we're going to remove it. And on that same grease, we're going to brown up some rice. And just remember, we're only searing that chicken because it's going to finish cooking with the rice. Once that rice is browned, you're going to add the chicken back into the rice. Then you add that paste you made in the molcajete or in your blender. You're also going to add your water. I'm also going to add some cut up potatoes and some cut up carrots. I should have added some tomatoes and jalapenos here, but I had gone to the grocery store like 47,000 times and I forgot them every single time. Add some chicken bouillon for flavor, and then you're going to mix everything together. Make sure everything is well incorporated. Let this come to a boil. Then you cover and simmer for about 25 minutes until everything is cooked. When my suegra first showed me this recipe, she swears this is my husband's favorite, even though my husband denies it. And that's it, guys. Now it's ready to serve. Bye.